They say the deepest wounds are the ones no one sees. Mine was stitched into silence, bitterness, and fake smiles at church. Because when your own brother destroys your marriage, and your wife joins him in betrayal, you don't just lose people. You lose trust, you lose yourself, and if you're not careful, you'll even lose your faith. My name is Marcus. I'm a Christian, man raised in church, saved at 15, baptized at 16, and fully devoted to Christ. I've always been the stable one in my family, you know, the go-to guy, the peacemaker, the prayer warrior. My younger brother Caleb, not so much. Growing up, he was always the troubled one. Drugs, fights, flunked out of school, in and out of church, in and out of jail. Still, I loved him. I believed in second chances. I figured if God could redeem me, he could redeem him. So when he hit rock bottom after a breakup and a job loss, I told my wife Naomi, let's bring him in, just until he gets back on his feet. She hesitated but agreed. Caleb moved into our guest room. We prayed over him, fed him, gave him structure at first. It felt like a godly thing, a redemptive moment. He even started coming to Bible study, reading devotionals, volunteering with our youth team. I told myself, this is it, he's finally changing. I had no idea what was really going on. I started noticing things about 6 months in. Naomi and Caleb would laugh just a little. Too long she'd compliment his spiritual growth in ways she never did about me, and I brushed it off. Don't be paranoid, Marcus. You're just being protective. Then one night I came home from work early. Naomi and Caleb were on the couch, but jumped apart when I walked in. She said they were talking about a Bible verse. His shirt was off. I told myself, don't jump to conclusions, but in my gut I knew. I started to pray more, fasted, asked God for wisdom, and slowly I began noticing more. Late night errands Naomi had to run, Caleb going out at the exact same times, her phone locked, his phone always on silent. Then came the night I'll never forget. A Sunday. I had just finished leading men's prayer group. I was full of the word, full of peace. But when I pulled into the driveway, Caleb's car was there. Naomi wasn't expecting me back for another 2 hours. I walked into the house. The living room was dark. I heard movement upstairs. I didn't shout. I didn't cry. I just walked up, turned the knob, and there they were. My wife, my brother, in my bedroom. Naomi screamed. Caleb scrambled for clothes, but I didn't swing. I didn't curse. I didn't shout. I just walked out of the room, down the stairs, got in my car, and drove. I drove 4 hours. Didn't even know where I was going. All I knew was this: everything I built was gone. The next morning, I told Naomi she had 2 hours to pack her things. I texted Caleb, don't come back, you're dead to me. But even that wasn't enough. I wanted more. I had secrets Caleb thought I'd never tell. The unpaid debts to church members. The affair with a youth volunteer he'd bragged about in his lowest days. The fake job application he used to get his current position. I gathered it all. Every screenshot, every file, every message. I sent them to the church elders, to his employer, even to our parents. Within 2 weeks, Caleb lost his job. His car got repossessed. Naomi left him too. He moved in with a cousin out of state. Reputation ruined. I told myself I did the right thing. Justice, accountability. But I wasn't free. I was hot. Months later, during a sermon on forgiveness, the pastor quoted this: if you do not forgive others their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive yours. Matthew 6:15. It hit me like a freight train. I was carrying a cross God never asked me to carry, and I was sitting on a throne that belonged only to him. I cried that night like I hadn't cried in years. I asked God to heal the wound, but this time, without the poison of revenge. I wrote 2 letters to Caleb. You destroyed my trust, but I release you. I forgive you, not because you deserve it, but because I refuse to carry you anymore. To Naomi, we will never be what we were, but I pray you find truth and healing. I forgive you. I didn't send them to get a response. I sent them to get my soul back. And I did. Today, I run a men's ministry called Faith After Fallout, helping men recover from betrayal, divorce, and deep wounds. We don't seek revenge. We seek restoration. Caleb and I haven't spoken since. Naomi remarried. I'm still healing, but I'm whole. Because I serve a God who knows betrayal. Judas kissed Jesus on the cheek, and yet he still went to the cross for all. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. Let God be your defender, not your rage. Forgiveness isn't weakness. It's the strongest thing a broken person can. Have you ever been betrayed and wanted revenge? Type God is my defender in the comments if you believe he can restore what was stolen. And subscribe to Familial Bonds Exposed for more true stories.